Hello, everyone, and welcome to the RV Inspection and Care podcast and video. I'm Dwayne. I'm a certified RV inspector, and today we're going to be talking about the best Class C RVs or motorhomes for couples to buy. You know, Class C motorhomes have been very popular over the years. In fact, they're one of the most popular segments of RVs. And they're especially popular with families. One of the big reasons for that is all the sleeping arrangements that you find in a standard Class C RV floor plan. You know, Class Cs in general, honestly, they're mostly designed for weekends and for vacation camping. So if you have a lot of friends, you can invite them over, you can go together, everybody has sleeping arrangements, and you have a good fun time. But those kind of floor plans, well, they're really not the best for couples, for just a couple of people who want to buy the RV. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what kind of Class C RV and what kind of floor plan should they be looking for if just a couple wants to buy a Class C RV. So let's start with number one on the list. And that is that couples really don't need a dinette for extra sleeping area. You know, the dinette seems to come standard in every standard Class C RV floor plan out there. You're going to get the dinette. Now, there's a couple of really good reasons for that. Number one, it provides a nice big area for people to eat around, and that's good. But it also doubles as sleeping arrangements too, and all that's good. But for couples, many couples have said that they would much rather have a theater seating or comfortable seating area so that they can relax in comfort. Also, they would like to have the television directly across from them, not on some side wall somewhere where they have to crane their neck to watch it. And that way they can enjoy their entertainment in relaxed comfort just like they would at home. Now, having an additional dinette along with the theater seating is not a bad idea, but it just shouldn't replace theater seating. Okay, let's move on to feature number two that's good to have in a couple's Class C RV, and that is it's good if it has a comfortable, realistic bed for sleeping arrangements. And I'm talking about either a king or a queen bed like they would have at home. Now, the above cab area in the standard Class C setup, well, that has been used for sleeping arrangements, and maybe a couple would like to use it for that if they have like children or grandchildren come to visit them while they're in the RV. But if you don't plan on that, it also can double as a great area for storage. But anyway, let's move along to number three on our list of features of a good Class C RV or motorhome for couples. And that is that it shouldn't be too long and difficult to drive around. It should be easy for either person to be able to drive it around and not be afraid of it. You know, some of the bigger Class A RVs, they intimidate people, but Class Cs can be bought in a smaller length and can be good for people who are intimidated by that kind of size. Let's move on to our next point on the feature list of good Class C RVs for couples. And that is that it should have a slide in that living area, a slide room that opens everything up and allows you to walk around one another in the living area without just bumping into one another all the time. And the final feature we'll talk about today of a good Class C motorhome for couples is it should be made by a brand that is known for overall build quality, so it's going to hold up for you, and they're going to support you after the sale if you have any issues. Now, that is not true of a lot of brands in the Class C segment of the RV industry. They're not necessarily known for quality, and companies don't necessarily support you well afterward. There's quite a few of them that way. But I'm going to give you a list here today in this video of 3 Class C RV motorhomes that I feel do meet all the features that I just went through, all of that criteria. And we're going to start with the lowest cost Class C RV on my list and then go to the most expensive. I know I usually do it the other way around, but we're trying a little something different today. So number 1 on my list will be the Nexus Triumph 30T. It's 31 feet in length. That's a little longer than some people would like, but it's not getting up there in that long, high 30s to 40-foot area that a lot of the Class A's are in. It has a 7,500-pound hitch, so that means you can tow a wide variety of other vehicles along with you as you go, and then you can use that as your around-town vehicle. In fact, at 7,500 pounds, you could probably even tow some half-ton pickups. It's going to have theater seating, carpetless flooring, a 12-volt refrigerator. A lot of people are liking that these days because it most closely resembles what they get from their refrigerator at home. If you look on RV Trader right now, the cost for the Nexus Triumph 30T starting cost is around $100,000. Now, let's go to number 2 on our list today, and that's going to be the Winnebago Spirit 31K. It's 32 feet in length, so it's a foot longer than the Nexus. Once again, 7,500-pound hitch, very good for towing a lot of different vehicles along with you. You get theater seating, you get the carpetless flooring, but this time you get the RV refrigerator, the gas absorption style. Now, not everybody is crazy about the 12-volt refrigerators, especially if you like to go boondocking a lot. So if that's your thing, well, then the Winnebago Spirit might be right down your alley because the RV gas absorption fridge lends itself to that kind of thing easily. It comes with a queen bed, and the MSRP on the Winnebago Spirit is going to be around $165,000. Now, both of these Class C RVs that I just mentioned, they use the standard E450 Ford chassis that's been used for years for Class C RVs. But what if you want a smaller, more nimble Class C RV, but still made for couples? Well, then you might like number 3 on my list. It's the Grand Design Lineage 25FW. It's a lot smaller at 25 feet in length. It's built on a Sprinter 4500 chassis, and that's pretty good. Now, a lot of the small Class Cs are built on the Sprinter 3500 chassis, but Grand Design deliberately went to the 4500 chassis to give them more weight to handle so they could put more amenities in it for you. And it has a lot of them. Let me just mention a few. First of all, you get the theater seats, you get the carpetless flooring, you get the 12-volt refrigerator, and you also get a GUIDEBOOKS air conditioning system. Now, let me mention here that I personally went through the Lineage 25FW floor plan when they first released it last year, and I saw it at the Hershey RV show. To tell you that I was really impressed by what I saw. In fact, every person that came in was impressed, at least the ones that I saw while I was there. There's a lot of great features in this floor plan, and I was especially impressed by the GUIDEBOOKS air conditioner. It's one of the most powerful that I've seen, and yet one of the quietest that I've ever seen as well. So you've got to check that out for yourself. And then there's the lithium battery setup that you have that comes with it, that's mated to a solar package, and that's really great. And believe it or not, you're going to get a king bed. I know that seems almost impossible in one this size, but there it is. And you know what? I was really impressed that there's a lot of move around room in that RV. It's well thought out and well designed. The MSRP is going to be around $228,000 new, so clearly you pay for those extra features. Well, all three of these Class C RVs that I just mentioned, they're all on my recommended list of brands and models to choose if you're looking for a new Class C RV. But they're not all the ones that I recommend. There's plenty more to choose from. I've created a guidebook on the best brands of Class C RVs for you to buy to make sure that you're buying from a good quality brand who's going to support you after the sale. So that guidebook will be very helpful for you if you want even more couples Class C RVs to choose from. If you use that guidebook along with my new RV buying guide, it'll show you how to buy the RV of your dreams the right way. You can save money, save time, save frustration, and at the end of the buying process, you get a fully functional RV without all the issues and problems that people go online and complain about all the time. So using those two guidebooks together, you can have a really positive and enjoyable buying experience. Well, I hope this video is going to help you then to find and buy the Class C couples RV that's going to fit both your needs and your budget as well. And that's it for now. Have safe and happy travels, my friends. Until next time.